Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is finally an update for my Finish 10 in 2022 Project Pan. This project is all powder makeup products and perfume. I don't update this project every month just because these are some difficult items to work on. I've got powder blush, powder highlighter. Those take a long time to finish, so yeah. I usually have been updating this project maybe every other month. But I don't have any new empties, but I have some changes. I have some progress that I do want to share this month, and I'm pretty excited about it. I'm working hard on my makeup empties for the year, and I'm doing several other project pans, including the deck of panning, Partners in Cream, several others, and I like to shop my stash. So yeah, stay tuned. I upload 4 videos a week. Lately, I've been trying to upload 5 because I'm just so excited about fall videos and all of that. And if you want to see more Project Pan videos, check out my Project Pan playlist. So yeah, let's get started. This is something I finished several months ago in this project, and it's the Pure Cosmetics powder. It's all gone. I used it up. This was the 4-in-1, and I had the shade Light. I really enjoyed this actually quite a bit, and it took me a long time to use it up for sure because I was working on this in another project last year too. But this one is all gone, which is very, very exciting. And then I had put 3 perfumes in this project, and I have now finished all of them. I finished Britney Spears in Fantasy. I also finished Chanel No. 5 and Pink Sugar. I didn't keep the bottles, I realized, for the other 2, but so far I have finished 3 fragrances in this project, and I'm trying really hard not to buy too many perfumes. I did buy one recently that I'll be showing in an upcoming haul, which is exciting because I actually finished another perfume in another project too. So I'm gonna try, since I've used some up, I like that. I'm looking at my fragrance collection over there. I really like how many I have right now, so I'm trying not to buy any unless I finish one up. But yeah, Britney Spears Fantasy, this used to be like one of my ultimate favorites, and I've kind of gone like back and forth how I felt about it. I've repurchased it many times. I don't know that I would repurchase at this point, but I did like it. All right, one item I don't have a ton of progress on this month is the Becca Prosecco Pop Highlighter. And I had mentioned last month that since I have multiple highlighters and multiple blushes in this project, that I was thinking of maybe just focusing on one of them. And I did end up doing that with the highlighter. I focused more on the other highlighter than this one, but as you can see, there is a lot of pan on this, so you know, it's not all lost. I've used it a couple times since the last update, but not a lot. However, let me show you the other highlighter that I've got big changes on. So I'll show you, this is the Morphe highlighter in Extra. I'll show you what it looked like at the last update, and there is major pan happening, so I decided to repress it. But I did more, and then I'll show you what it looked like before I repressed it because that was also further along than the last update. Now I ended up, because I have this Makeup Forever loose highlighter, and last year when I was painting some highlighters, I mixed that in and it was amazing. It's such a beautiful highlighter, but because it's like a loose one, it's in one of those little pots. It's the Makeup Forever Starlit powder in shade 13. Gorgeous, but because it's a loose highlighter, I don't reach for it. So what I did is I put a little bit in with this one when I repressed it. There we go. So, I mean, I definitely have a decent amount left, and I added more product. So keep that in mind that I repressed it, but I added some highlighter from another item. So if I finish this, it's gonna be more than what was even in this to begin with. So yeah, but I'm really happy about that. I mean, it didn't even completely like fill up the pan, which is exciting. So yeah, this is one that I really am hoping to finish before the end of the year. That is my goal, because yeah, so far for this project, I've finished the pure powder and 3 perfumes, but that's it, which is still, hey, better than nothing, but I'd like to get at least a couple more empties for this project. Okay, this one, the Essence Pure Nude, this I use as finishing powder, and honestly, I use this every single day. But this is a large domed product, and so I feel like the progress is not even that visible. I don't know. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, it looks different to me when I'm looking at it than it did at the beginning of the year, because it was definitely like domed up like this. It's very hard to show that on camera, you know, so turning it like this, you can definitely tell that it's not super domed up, but I love this. It's only like $5 and it's an amazing finishing powder. To me, this works very, very similar to the Hourglass powders. My favorite for finishing powder from them is the one in, I like Diffused Light and Luminous Light. This one's actually fairly close to Luminous Light. So yeah, it's beautiful because there's no like chunks of anything in there. So it's just really smooth. I like it for finishing powders. So I'm making progress. It's just not super visible. Okay, and then, so speaking of Hourglass, I am working on this Hourglass blush in this project, and I ended up focusing a bit more on the other blush that I'll be showing you. But this is, again, another domed product, but I feel like I can really see that this is a lot more like flattened out than it was before. And this is the shade Brilliant Nude. It's actually quite powdery, so I feel like when I put my brush in this, a lot of like blush kind of goes flying everywhere. So personally, I do see a big difference in this one. Again, this is kind of like the Essence where it's a bit difficult to pick that up on camera, but I definitely focused on the other blush more. So let me show you that one because big changes happened here as well. And so this is a very old blush. This blush I think is over 12 years old now. Now it's still working and it's not breaking me out, and I love the color, and I have a lot of nostalgia because this was from the Liberty of London collection and it was like one of the first hyped up matte collections I bought. So I don't really want to declutter this. Actually, funny story. I did actually technically declutter this blush to my mom like 2 years ago. I gave her some makeup and I was like, well, like at least like, you know, I'll give it to her. So if I still want to use it now and then I could, because I have a lot of like emotional attachment to this, but I gave it to her and she was like not using it at all. And then like a year later, I just saw it sitting in her bathroom and I was like, do you ever use this? She's like, no. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take it back. So I took it back and I love it. And I'm glad that I did because she wasn't using it. So I don't feel bad at all. So the problem was it looks different. I did not hit pan, but it was becoming extremely hard panned. It was like not picking up on the brush very easily. I felt like I had to dig my brush in there. And so I said, you know what, let's repress this. And it definitely worked. It's a lot more powdery now, as you can tell. Like, I didn't use it today, but I used it yesterday and I barely put my brush in there and you can see that there's still like powder floating around a bit. But there, look at, I mean, there's a lot. I had not hit pan, so there's a lot of stuff in there. But I'm still maybe hoping to finish this now that it's repressed because it's softer. I don't know. I think maybe I'm being like a little unrealistic about it, but I'm still holding out hope. We'll see. It's fine. I still love that blush. It's super old, but I do not care because it's not breaking me out and it's a beautiful color. All right, and then the last item in the project is the Marc Jacobs bronzer. So this is the one in the shade Tantric. I also have the other one in the white packaging. And I mean, there's a lot of product in here. I mean, I've seen people completely finish these. The problem is that I don't use it every single day. I do use other bronzers as well. The pan is definitely expanding though. It's just, there's still a lot left. I was thinking maybe soon to repress it, but at this point there's so much. I don't really feel the need to do that. I really enjoy repressing though. My repressing video linked in the description box if you're interested in how I do that. I use like the super easiest way possible. So there's a lot of progress. There's no way. I can't finish this. I can't finish it before the end of the year. No way. It's not possible. I held out hope, but you know what? That's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna like, be too hard on myself, but last year in this same project, I've done this project for 3 years in a row where I do like these super difficult powder products. And I mean, I had like a regular size bronzer the last 2 years. So yeah, I finished them. This has zero 0.8 ounces. That's more than double your average bronzer. So I don't want to be too hard on myself because that's very difficult. And MAC blushes, if you've panned a MAC blush, you know that it's one of the most tightly pressed formulas and super pigmented. So that's not going to be getting used up very easily. But you know what? I'm happy that I still technically have 4 empties. I finished 3 perfumes and the face powder. I've got really good progress on the highlighters and even the MAC blush. I mean, I've used it a ton. I use that one probably like 4 to 5 days a week. So yeah, that is it. Let us know if you're doing a project like this with these like really difficult powder products because they take a long time. At least powder products don't expire as fast as cream products, you know, for example, my 12-year-old blush. But yeah, I'm going to keep working on it. So yeah, that is it. Check out my Project Pan playlist for more. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.